2 Timothy 1:7, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. I think throughout the wedding planning and especially the wedding itself, we could have easily opened our mouths and said, I don't know, maybe you should cancel. I don't think we have this much finances. I don't think we can do this. Let's do something else. But then this was clearly the vision that God gave us. If we are in fear, it's not from God. And if it's not from God, we don't want it. Hello, my name is Raymond Nicolas.
And I'm Dani, Nicolas. We're both Wisdom Group leaders here in Wisdom Church of Manila.
When we got married, initially what we first planned for the wedding was when we talked about it, we wanted something more intimate, maybe like 30 people. We were even thinking of having it just in a small area, a garage maybe. I remember we were sitting down with my mom one night and we were talking about our plans. And then she said, you know, you only really get married once. Why not go for it? Like, don't think about finances, don't think about any of that, because if that's what you want and you know that that's what God has for you, then go for it. At that time, we talked about it, not think of our initial budget.
Bali sa madaling salita, invite kami ng invite, book kami ng book, wala kaming nakaprepare na pangbayad. Bale, pinag-pray namin kay Lord na kung ano yung vision niya for the wedding, we come in agreement dun sa vision na yon, and for Him to make it happen through us. So lahat ng binook namin na suppliers were all Spirit-led, kahit hindi pasok sa budget namin.
And I remember I was in the kitchen and then my dad approached me. It's 1 month before the wedding. It's like, oh, you're almost about to get married. Yeah, and yes. So how does it look financially? Do you have everything ready, the payment? And I said, no. Where do you plan to get it and all that? And I remember at that moment, I could have, said, I don't know. I could have just start to panic even. But then I just stood my ground in faith and said, you know what? God will provide. This wedding is something that God wants for us to experience. So we know that even though we're not sure how it's going to happen, it'll happen.
Nabalik ako sa John 2 verses 1 to 11. This is the story of Jesus' first miracle sa wedding. So there were 6 pots of water na naging pots of wine. So tinignan namin yung mga bank account namin na pots of water, and by surrendering it to Jesus, magiging wine sila. Our wedding will be no different. And financially kasi, we had expectations of where money is supposed to come. We had this realization that we are limiting God in ways to bless us. So we had this one powerful prayer na, okay Lord, 1 month before our wedding, you can bless us in any way. Open na kami. We are not limiting your power now. And then immediately, the day after, I received a big sum of money from someone na hindi nga invited sa kasal. Hindi niya rin alam na ikakasal ako, with a message na, here's money, go get married. I know that you and your boyfriend are already serious, and I know that you are bound to get married, so use this money for your wedding. So doon pa lang, nagulat kami na, oo nga, no, we were limiting God so much. We were setting expectations on how He will bless us. Not realizing na yung expectation namin na yun, yung naging blessing blocker namin pareho.
Like each day came with just more and more seeds that came out of nowhere. And at the end of the day, actually up by even more than how much we needed to pay.
And then on the wedding day itself, kasi syempre May, usually medyo maulan na. Yung wedding namin, garden wedding, habang nagpipictorial kami nung preparation, sa labas lahat ginawa. Umulan na, nag-start ng umulan. And then dun pa lang na-feel ko na okay, we need to come against this. Pero I kept it to myself because I knew that whoever I would talk to would have authority over the day. Ayokong ibigay yung authority na yun sa someone na wala yung same faith that I did. Nilapitan ako ng wedding coordinator. Sinabihan ako na if we push through with setting up at umulan, you will pay over a certain amount and it's around half na ng price ng total ng binayaran namin. So halos madodoble yung bayad namin for the entire wedding just because umulan. And I had another option to move it somewhere na naka-tent kami. Sure na kahit umulan, hindi kami mababasa. Pero yung venue kasi na yun, hindi yun yung nasa vision ko. Hindi yun yung pinakita sa akin ni God. So, ang ginawa ko, iniwan ko muna yung coordinator. Lumabas ako. Walang tao, nasa parking lot ako. Sinisigawan ko yung clouds. Sumisigaw ako para lumabas yung sun. Kasi alam ko yung vision na binigay sa akin. Alam ko yung pinramise sa akin. And hindi yun in alignment sa nakita ko. Then pumasok ako sa loob. Hiningan ako ng final decision. Parang now or never moment kasi siya. It's either we set up now or cancel nyo yung kasal nyo. I need someone to be in agreement with me. Kasi yung coordinator mismo, ayaw niyang ituloy. So, tinawag ko si Pastora, who is now my mother-in-law. And I told her, come in agreement with me. I need you to come in agreement with me that I will have it set up the way I envisioned it through God's will. Tapos sabi niya, oh naman, sige, go, tuloy natin yan. She gave me this smile, this knowing smile na we are both in faith with what we were planning. So the prayer team was there and they were also praying for everything to come sa vision ni God.
And then that wedding day, like what my wife said, during that day, we had people praying with us, people speaking in agreement. If we associated ourselves with people who weren't in faith, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have gone the way that it did that day. Instead, we chose to surround ourselves with believers who came in agreement with us. Matthew 18:19, which says, "Again I say to you, that if two of you agree on earth concerning anything that they ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven."
In the very beginning pa lang talaga ng wedding planning namin, we made it a point to do the fruit of your mouth booklet together. So, lahat ng gusto naming mangyari para sa wedding, sinulat talaga namin lahat. And every single day, we would declare the same things. And true enough, by the wedding day, nakita namin yung fruits nung mga dineclare namin. Although, ang nakakagulat pa dito, after ng wedding namin mismo, surprise as in above and beyond pa talaga. Lahat above and beyond.
I was a baby Christian when we met and you were practically raised to know everything that I sought answers for. As friends, you led me closer to Him, to God our Father, and through His love, I came to love you.
I'll never love you less and always love you more and more. You are my wife and I am your husband. I dedicate my life to being one with you, and I love you.